Ever wondered what it takes to become the Pope? Well, you're in the right place. Today we're breaking down the steps from priesthood all the way to the papacy. It's a long and fascinating journey full of tradition, dedication, and, dare I say, a little bit of mystery. So buckle up, grab your mitre. Just kidding, you don't need one yet. And let's dive into the world of papal elections. All right, so you want to be Pope. That's ambitious, but hey, everyone starts somewhere, right? And in the Catholic Church, that somewhere is the priesthood. Now, becoming a priest isn't like applying for a job. You can't just polish up your resume and hope for the best. It's a calling, a vocation, a deep-seated feeling that you're meant to serve God and the Church in this specific way. This calling usually leads you to seminary, which is kind of like college, but for future priests. You'll spend years, and we're talking years here, studying theology, philosophy, scripture, history, basically everything about the Catholic faith. Think of it like an intense intellectual and spiritual boot camp. You'll learn about the sacraments, the liturgy, how to counsel people, how to lead a community. It's not just about memorizing prayers, it's about understanding the heart of the faith. And look, it's not going to be easy. There will be long nights of studying, challenging discussions, and moments of self-doubt. But if you're truly called to this life, it's also incredibly rewarding. You'll be surrounded by people who share your faith, who are passionate about serving others, and who will challenge you to grow. After years of formation, if you and the Church both agree that this is the right path, you'll be ordained as a priest. It's a huge moment, a sacrament, a transformation. You're now a spiritual leader, a shepherd guiding your flock. But remember, this is just the beginning of the journey. The path to the papacy is long, and becoming a priest is just the first step. Okay, so you've walked the path of the priesthood, served your community, and maybe even developed a taste for those pointy hats, but the road to the papacy doesn't stop there. The next step, becoming a bishop. Now, you can't just apply for a promotion to bishop. It doesn't work that way. Bishops are appointed by the Pope himself, and it's a very selective process. They're looking for priests who have distinguished themselves through their service, their wisdom, and their commitment to the Church. You know, the kind of priest who other priests go to for advice. Bishops are kind of like the managers of the Church. They're responsible for overseeing a diocese, which is a geographic region made up of multiple parishes. They have to make sure everything runs smoothly, from managing finances to appointing priests to representing the diocese to the wider Church. It's a big job with a lot of responsibility, but it's also a position of great honor and influence. Bishops are seen as successors to the apostles, entrusted with continuing the mission of Jesus Christ in the world. They're called to be teachers, shepherds, and leaders, guiding their flock through the complexities of faith and life. Chapter 3, Becoming a Cardinal, Entering the Inner Circle. So you've climbed the ladder of the clergy, served as a priest, shouldered the weighty mantle of a bishop. You're practically radiating holiness at this point, but to wear the papal tiara, you need to join the most exclusive club in Catholicism, the College of Cardinals. Cardinals are the Pope's closest advisors, the princes of the Church, the big cheese. Okay, maybe not that last one. They're appointed by the Pope himself, chosen from among the most distinguished bishops around the world. Becoming a cardinal isn't just a promotion, it's an acknowledgement of your lifetime of service, your unwavering faith, and your deep understanding of the Church. You're basically a spiritual rock star now. But here's the thing, cardinals have one really important job. They elect the Pope, that's right. And when a Pope dies or retires, it's up to these scarlet-clad dignitaries to gather in the Sistine Chapel and choose his successor. Talk about pressure. They spend days in prayer and contemplation, casting secret ballots until someone receives a 2/3 majority. It's like a holy reality show, but with way more Latin and significantly less yelling. Chapter 4, Becoming the Pope, a calling beyond ambition. This is it, the moment you've been waiting for maybe. You've come so far, from humble priest to wise bishop, to a member of the esteemed College of Cardinals. Now, the possibility of becoming Pope is within reach, but here's the thing about becoming Pope. You can't campaign for it. There are no political rallies, no fiery speeches, no promises whispered in smoky back rooms. Remember that whole calling thing we talked about back in priest school? Yeah. That applies here times 1,000. Becoming Pope isn't about ambition, it's about surrendering to God's will, even if that will lead you to the most daunting leadership role in the world. So, How does it happen? Well, when a pope dies or retires, the College of Cardinals gathers in the Sistine Chapel for the papal conclave. They seal themselves off from the outside world, cut off from all communication. Their only focus on prayer, discernment, and those little pieces of paper they use to cast their votes. The atmosphere is electric with anticipation, a blend of solemnity and nervous energy. Cardinals whisper in hushed tones, their faces etched with the weight of their responsibility. They're not just choosing a leader, they're choosing a shepherd for over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. Round after round of voting takes place, each ballot burned in a special stove, the smoke signaling to the world whether a new pope has been chosen. Black smoke, try again. White smoke, habemus papam, we have a pope. And just like that, a life is forever changed. The weight of the world and the grace to bear it. And there you have it. The journey to becoming the Pope is long and requires immense dedication, but it's a path filled with purpose and service. From the rigorous studies of the priesthood to the weighty responsibilities of a bishop, from the inner circle of cardinals to the solitary weight of the papacy, each step demands humility, wisdom, and an unwavering faith. It's a path less traveled, a calling heard by few, a life of immense pressure and even greater love. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more insightful videos.